and I don't know if I should wait because I don't know if it still cuts off my intro. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Dolly video. And yeah, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I hope you all got what you wanted. And yeah. So, I know I've been gone for a while. It's been a hot minute. But I have been dealing with a very bad case of sciatica, and I have really not wanted to do anything. I've mostly just been laying in bed, going to work and laying in bed, doing doll work when I can, if I feel, or I should say if my back feels up for it. But yeah, so it does seem to be lightening up. So, hopefully I'll be able to be on here more instead of less. And yeah, so let's jump right into it. If you saw the cover, then you already know what I got. But we're gonna go through it anyway, as we always do. All right, so first up, these are not in the order that I got them. These are just going smallest to biggest. But first is this pretty, no kitty, down. Pretty little Blythe girl who still has her head wrap on. And look at that pretty hair. It's so shiny. But yeah, so I also got this outfit, which obviously I had to put on her. Yeah, she kind of, with this outfit on, reminds me of a little, like, porcelain doll. And it is just the cutest thing. But yeah, here she is. And she has the matte face, so it is not shiny at all. And this is her little outfit. There was 2 little bows to go in her hair, but I didn't yet want to take off her little head wrap because I like the way her bangs look. But yeah, scoot up a little bit. So here is this Blythe girl. She is a Neo Factory Blythe. And she did come with a bunch of extra hands, which I've already taken off and put to the side. But yeah, so she has the matte face and the dark lip, which I love. And it looks like she has the orangish, peachy colored eyeliner, or not, I don't know, I can't think of the name. Hello. Anyway, but yeah, so this is Miss Blythe. And for those who don't know what a Blythe doll is, she is a doll that looks like this. She has the very big head, very tiny body, and she also has, if I can find it, if it's not tangled up in her hair, a pull string there, and you pull that string, and her eyes change. And these were, first time these dolls came out were back in the 70s, made by Kenner. And they were not on shelves for very long, but more than a year, I believe, because kids were terrified of them. But now they are very, very expensive. Well, the Kenner ones are anyway. These ones go for quite a bit less, but they're still super cute. But yeah, so that is Miss Blythe with her really pretty face and her gorgeous hair. Yes, I love these Factory Blythe dolls. I actually just got one earlier this year. Oh, that was another thing I got to mention. I forgot to mention was that I've gotten, since my last video, I've gotten so many dolls, and I have so many updates, and it's just so much, so much. But yeah, so that is doll number 1, Miss Little Blythe in her little sweater with her teddy bear. Yes, the pink eyes, they do. I also kind of like the browns on her. There's the gray. Oh, there goes her little teddy bear. There's the blue. And then there's the brown. I do like the brown on her. I feel like it matches her hair really well. And then back to the pink. Uh-oh. Kitty, what'd you do with my bear? Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. Oh, ouchie. Okay. Okay, now that she has her little teddy bear back. But yeah, that is Miss Blythe. No. Be much prettier if it's blonde. I don't know. I have a few blondes. I don't have any with this shade of hair, this shade of red though. So this is a first for my collection with this color hair, and I am just obsessed with it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, that is number one. Yes, I do have a collection of literal dolls. That does not mean I'm a psycho. It just means I'm a collector. Thanks. Anyway, but yeah, so that is number one. And then where did I buy this doll? I just got her for Christmas. But I'm pretty sure you can get them on Etsy. And most people I know get them off AliExpress from China because they are a lot cheaper than Etsy because people upcharge the crap out of them. The ones you get on Etsy are probably like 60 to 80 bucks. And then if you get them off AliExpress, they're much cheaper, probably around 20 to 30, I think. So a lot of people are switching over to AliExpress from Etsy. Do I have a boy Blythe? I do not. Anyway, next up, I'm going to do that one last. Next up, we have one of my favorite many lines of dolls, well, families of dolls, and that is the Chatty family dolls. Back from 1962. These little vintage talkers are some of my favorites because I love to repair them and open them up and put new O-rings and clean the records and get them talking again. And it's just very, very, very satisfying. So this is the first one I got. Do I have any ventriloquist dummies? I used to. I only had one, which I believe was Charlie McCarthy, and I'm not sure whatever happened to him, but I cannot find him anywhere. But anyway, this is, as her little bib here says, Tiny Chatty Baby in her original outfit. Her shoes are not original, and as you can see, her limbs, as very typical with these dolls, have faded and yellowed. This one's still got a little bit of color to it, but it is starting to go very, very yellow. Her face, however, you can see is still very, very peachy. She's still got some good lip color and blush. However, I am not sure if that is redone or if it is original, but we will find out when we clean her up. Do I have a boy one of these? Yes, he is coming up next. But yeah, this is Tiny Chatty Baby, and as you can see, I have not done anything with these dolls yet. So how you see them is how I received them, and her hair looks like it is either thinning out or possibly may have been cut. Not entirely sure yet, as I haven't brushed it out, but this side looks like it is a little bit longer than this side. So it is quite possible that her hair has been cut by a hairstylist at some point in her life. But yeah, I have Slappy and might get more. The original Slappy from Goosebumps is definitely one of my favorite puppets, and I want one of him. Not from the later, more recent version of Goosebumps, but the original like with the red hair and the green eyes and the little rose and the really creepy face. That is the Slappy. That's my Slappy. I love him. Yes, she is very cute, and she will be much cuter after I clean her up. Not to brag or anything. But yes, for those who don't know, this is a tiny Chatty Baby, part of the Chatty Cathy family of dolls made back in 1959. This one is from 1962, I believe. And she has this cute little outfits, and they do have a pull string, and they do talk. This one, however, needs a little bit of work. She does still work. However, she needs new grease on her insides so that everything works properly and she doesn't sound the way that she does because she has the growler's disease. And for those who don't know what the growler's disease is, it's basically when all the grease that's inside, that's on anything that moves or turns, dries up and it starts cracking and it's no good anymore. It's basically, yeah, that. The old grease that dries up and needs to be replaced. So I will show you what she sounds like. However, hers is not. She's very slow and she growls a lot. However, I have noticed real quick that when I show these dolls, the ones that growl on YouTube, the growling doesn't come out. You can't hear it as much as you would in person. So you'll probably hear more of her voice than the growling, but her voice is very, very, very slow, and she definitely needs some new grease. So, here we go. But yeah, so if you couldn't understand that or don't know what she said doggy bow wow. I've worked with so many of these dolls over so many years. Even at their slowest, I mostly know what they say because I know all of their phrases. So I'll give you another demonstration. So if you can hear that growling in there, that was the laughing. But yeah, so she is very, very slow. She has growler's disease, and she needs new grease. Her eyes do open and close as they should, and they do not stick. She has all her lashes. You can see some of them are a little bit bent on this eye. I have tried reshaping eyelashes in the past, and it just has never worked out for me. So if they are kind of bent and crooked, I just leave them the way they are. Oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, so that is this girl. Yeah, that was go bye-bye. But yeah, so you can hear that she does have the growler's disease, so I will be opening her up and putting new grease on her, cleaning her record. From what it sounds like, her O-ring seems pretty decent for being from the 60s. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully she won't need a new O-ring. But hopefully with just some new grease and all that. Oh, that's one thing I haven't looked at yet, is signs of being cracked open. Oh, she has a diaper on. That's another thing you may see with these dolls is most of the time, since they are little babies, people think that they need little diapers. So they put little diapers on them. But these dolls did not come wearing diapers. Okay. So, there is possible signs. I see a lot of glue marks, which normally you wouldn't see on these dolls unless they've been repaired, like right there. Yeah. Also over here, you can see it down here and how dark it is up there. So, if she was repaired... Oh yeah, I can see... You can't really see it, but there is a crack line that goes off the seam, like right here. So I think she was repaired in the past, and you can see the marks over here on this shoulder up there. So I think she was repaired in the past. I'm assuming it was quite a while ago, considering that she is growling, but she does still talk. But other than that, it looks like her seam's probably cracked pretty evenly, which is very good news for me. Well, depending on what glue they used. But yeah, and that is also what her little speaker looks like. And sometimes you'll find these dolls with factory mistakes where they're... I don't know if they didn't put enough plastic in the mold or it didn't move around enough, but sometimes you'll find them with speaker holes that aren't fully formed, like over here. So, but yeah, that is Tiny Chatty Baby. Do I like Ideal Tuesday Taylor or the Kenner Darcy dolls? Tuesday Taylor, I like the 18-inch Tiffany Taylor a lot better. I don't know why, but it's not that I don't like Tuesday Taylor, I've just never gotten much of a feel for her. Darcy dolls, she's super pretty, like, don't get me wrong. But I think Barbie was more my speed, definitely. How do you get rid of the yellowing in the limbs? That is a very good question. Because honestly, I don't know. The only way I could think of it would be to dye them or like airbrush them to be more skin tone colored. But you'll see on the next guy, Tiny Chatty Brother, his are a lot worse than hers are. But yeah, so that is Tiny Chatty Baby. And then we have Tiny Chatty Brother, whose limbs are extremely yellowed. This leg is still in decent coloring. Definitely not as yellow as these limbs. But like I said, that is a very common occurrence when you find these dolls. Their limbs will have yellowed unless they were very taken care of. Hey, Jack. It's going good. How is yours? Tiffany Taylor has such a gorgeous face. I agree. Very much so. But yeah, so this is Tiny Chatty Brother, and this is the only boy doll in the whole Chatty family. They did not make a 18-inch Chatty Baby sized version of Chatty Brother. It's just the tiny 15-inch Tiny Chatty Brother. And they never made him as a brunette, only as a blonde. But yeah, so this is him. He has a little bit of lip color left and a little bit of blush. Oh, and for anyone who's asking, I noticed my bathroom light, one of them is going dead, so it keeps flickering. It's not a ghost, I promise. But anyway, this is Tiny Chatty Brother, and this is the little outfit he's in. This is his original outfit, and you can see it does have a little bit of staining there. So it will need to be soaked in some Oxy. And these are not his shoes. These shoes are made in Taiwan, ROC. I'm assuming for maybe a porcelain doll. But yeah, just like Tiny Chatty Baby, he also has a string and a speaker on his chest, and he talks as well. His O-ring probably needs to be replaced. He is a little fast, but he also does growl. Shake hands. I think that first one was Dada. That was I love you. Hi, Mommy. He is talking a lot better than he was earlier. You nice. I love you. Me, good boy. You can see how his phrases are kind of cut off at the ends. That's because usually these strings they made them a little shorter than they should be. So most of the time the sentences are cut off at the ends. So when I repair them, I unwind it once so the string comes out to about maybe right there so they can speak their full phrases. I fall down. But yeah, you can hear he has that growler's disease as well. But yeah, and then that last one, if you could hear it, was laughing. But yeah, so that is Tiny Chatty Brother. And let me see if he has been opened or not. I don't see any signs on his shoulders, but his seams are cracking. Looks like a little bit. So it looks like one side maybe was opened and then re-glued. You can see the yellowing there. But it's not on this side. This side looks very nice and even. There's no signs of any cracks or breaks. And then his shoulders are, well, this shoulder is, you can see it's already popped open there. And then, oh, looks like his little crotch seam is starting to split as well. So I don't think this guy was opened. I just noticed that on his leg, and it's like there's an indent to it. All right. Anyway, so that is Tiny Chatty Brother. And for anyone who may not know, the Tiny Chatty Baby was made in blonde and brunette, but Tiny Chatty Brother was only made in blonde. And the Tiny Chatty Brother, how to tell the difference between them, because I see this a lot. A lot of people who list these dolls either list two babies or two brothers, and the two babies are listed as brothers with brothers' outfits, or the brothers with the babies' outfits. The way to tell the difference is, as you can see, Tiny Chatty Brother has the side part here, right there. And then Tiny Chatty Baby has the part line in the back center of her head, like towards her crown area. So she does not have the side part. The babies have the part back here. So that is how you tell the difference between babies and brothers. But yeah, those are the two Tiny Chatties. So cute, love them. Spent too much on dolls. I feel that. Sweet Dreams Felicia, nice. Love Monster High. Lollipop Girls. I used to want them, and then I kind of fell out of love with them. I don't know why. Nice. Second wave. Okay. And then keeping with the chatty trend is this girl with her original box. If y'all want to pause to read, that has all of her phrases on it. Love, 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 love. I love this little picture of her. So cute. And surprisingly, this is the first Chatty Cathy box in my collection. And I've always wanted to do this. Maybe. Ah, wow, that was never pulled open. Oh, little access tab so that you could pull your string out. And that is a very nice white string. But yeah. And then it tells you how to open the tab and pull her string. But yeah, this is a very big box. This box is a lot bigger than I thought it would be, honestly. But like I said, this is the first actual vintage Chatty Cathy box in my collection. It looks like this entire lid, which is, again, typical for these boxes, is taped along this edge here, because it looks like it might have come off. And then you open it, and she has her little warranty tag. It is ripped up here, so that will have to be taped so that I can put it on her when I display her. Ooh, this is very brittle. And it's got like it's the warranty on this side, and then the registration card on this side for like if something's wrong with her and you need to send her back to be repaired or have something replaced. I believe this is a 1-year warranty on this. No, 90 days. I lied. Voice mechanism is guaranteed for 90 days from date of purchase against original factory imperfections in material and workmanship. Enclosed is $1 to cover mailing and handling costs. That's crazy. It only cost $1 to ship something back then. Oh man. How old is the child who received this doll? From whom did the child receive this doll? Had the child specifically asked for a Chatty Cathy doll? At what kind of store was Chatty Cathy doll purchased? How did your child first see or hear of the Chatty Cathy doll? That's so crazy. There's a little like questionnaire. And then that's just the back of it. I've never seen one of these in person out of all of the Chatty Cathy dolls I've had, and I've always wanted to see one in person just to read the inside of it. And then here is Miss Chatty Cathy, and she even still has her little insert here, so that when you place her in there, she sits perfectly, and she is safe and secured with her neck supported. And here is Miss Chatty Cathy. Oh, she is so pretty. But yes, this is Chatty Cathy, and she is in her red pinafore outfit. And from what my mom told me, this was I guess everyone got one big ticket item this year, and this was my one big ticket item. I didn't ask, I didn't want to know, but this was the big ticket item. And she said that the guy that she bought it from on eBay, this doll belonged to her grandma, or his grandma. I can't remember if she said it was a guy or a girl, but their grandma. And so that she was the original owner, and she got her back when she was new, and she was the original owner. She is missing the red hairband that goes over her head. And then there was something else. Oh, her shoehorn that goes in her box to help get her shoes on and off. And it looks like also the elastic on her shoes that holds them to her feet. And then she is missing one of the little rings on her bow. And her feet, I don't know if you can see it, but are very, very dusty and covered in a lot of hair. I do not ever wash these shoes because they are velvet. And my experience with velvet shoes has never turned out good. I tried to soak Chatty Cathy shoes one time, and they completely fell apart. The velvet disintegrated. This bottom part came completely off. And then the fabric on the the fabric on the inside came just disintegrated. So it looks like she does have the little elastic in there on her shoes, but it is most likely, smells so vintage, most likely stretched out and worn and deteriorated. And you can see it says Japan in there on her shoe. Her socks, though, will most definitely be getting a good soak in Oxy. Oh my gosh, now I understand why the shoehorn was included. There we go. Okay. But yeah, you can see all the hair and whatnot on the back of her shoes. So I'm assuming, and I also noticed her dress in the front here is faded. So I'm assuming she was either standing out on display or maybe in a window. I'm not sure, but it looks like the back of her dress is kind of faded out too. But the suit underneath is still nice and pretty and red. But yeah, and she has, oh, that was one thing I wanted to check. She is a prototype. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, for real? She's a prototype. So if you don't know what I mean, or what that means when I say prototype, is that if you look on the back where the marks usually are on a Chatty Cathy doll, she does not have any markings on the back, which means that she is a prototype doll. Which would explain why her facial coloring is still so good. Because I found that usually on the prototype dolls, they still hold a lot of good coloring. Uh-oh. I can't get this back on. Okay. And I'm assuming her outfit at one point may have been removed because it is... The straps in the back are supposed to be crossed, but they were just straight up and down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so she is a prototype because she has no markings. Her hair seems to be in very decent shape. She still has a lot of good curl left in there. So I'm assuming that she was actually not played with too much. She doesn't have any haircuts that I can see. She smells, oh my gosh. Only collectors will understand. When you get a new doll from eBay or an antique store and they have that really, it's gonna sound weird. A lot of people don't like this smell, but when they have that really like musty kind of attic-y scented odor, I love it. It's so 60s. I love it. If there was a candle that was scented like an old musty doll that was stored in an attic for years, I would buy 40 of them. And I would want my whole house to smell like it because I love it. I love, love, love the scent of a vintage doll. And I know people are like, what is wrong with you? That's not okay. No, it is completely okay. Because only collectors will understand. But yeah, so Miss Chatty Cathy, and her eyes do open and close, and she does. Wow, I can't see it in person, but you can kind of see it on the camera there. She still has a little bit of blush. Less on this cheek. There is more on this cheek. But her lip color is very, very good. Her freckles and eyebrows are very, very good. And that's what I was saying earlier with the prototype dolls. The freckles and the eyebrows usually tend to stick around a little bit better over the years compared to the later edition dolls. Her teeth, it looks like, are melting a bit, but they're not terrible. she still has 2 little buck teeth. Super, super duper cute, and her eyes are nice and centered and straight as they should be. And they look fantabulous. But yeah, she is in very, very, very good condition. Are prototypes rare? I wouldn't. I guess some people would consider them rare. I noticed that they do sometimes, depending on if the person knows what a prototype is and what a Chatty Cathy is, they might go for a bit more. But I wouldn't say they're rare because you can find them fairly easily. Especially if there's someone who has a prototype who doesn't know what she is, would probably just say it's a Chatty Cathy. Oh, this doll, this is a Chatty Cathy from the 60s. I'm gonna list her for 200 bucks. No. No. If I listed this doll on eBay right now with her box, I would guesstimate probably the number that comes to mind is 100 bucks, but I feel like that's too much. But that's the only number I can think of is 100 bucks. But I feel like it would probably go for less, honestly. I don't know. She is in really good shape. She has her original outfit with socks and shoes. She has her box, which is definitely seen better days. She doesn't talk. If you put her on her stomach, she tries to. Ooh. No? It's just staying at the end of the record. Yeah. So I'm assuming her needle in there needs new grease so it can move back to the beginning of the record when you pull the string. But this doll has a cloth speaker, as she is a prototype. So prototypes never, ever, 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 ever turn out well when I try to repair them. I don't know if the later dolls, they used more like thicker, more durable plastic. But these prototypes, the last time I tried to repair one, I tried to crack this little side seam here, and instead of going straight down the seam, it went down to about right here and then just right straight across her back. And then I tried to do this one, and the same thing happened. Just cracks all over. Cracks in the front, up and down, cracks in the back. The doll was a mess. And she really wasn't in that great of condition, so I wasn't too mad about it. And then I tried to open the black box inside, and again, instead of working with me and cooperating, it just completely disintegrated and it fell apart. And by the end of it, I had a black voice box, which is only supposed to be in 2 pieces, front and back. Well, I guess top and bottom. I don't know, front and back. It was more in like 10 to 15 pieces. So the plastic on these early cloth covered dolls they're very, very, very brittle. And unless you know what you are doing and the methods to use to open one of these very brittle plastic dolls, don't do it, because it will not end up good. And if you try to ask someone for help, they'll probably just tell you to throw it away because it's not valuable anymore. But if that happens, it is valuable because you can still use the head, the arms, the legs. You can take the record out and use that. You can cut off the pull ring and use that for other dolls. So if you're repairing a doll and she completely just falls apart and you can't get her back together, don't throw the whole thing away. Use her for parts, because that is probably the only thing you can do. But I am not going to attempt to open her because she's too pretty. So I think I'm just gonna wash and condition her hair and give her a good wipe down with a magic eraser. I'm not going to wash this outfit or the one underneath because these outfits are extremely notorious for bleeding. And the last time I tried to wash the front, well, top half of this pinafore, all the color from this part underneath bled, and the entire, anything white on this top half of the pinafore was just, it pretty much matched the color of this skirt underneath. It was just red, and it wasn't cute. And I think I still have it somewhere, I don't know where. But yeah, do not ever, ever, ever wash this red pinafore outfit because it will not end up good. I'd say the only thing from this outfit that I can wash would be her socks because they don't have any color, so they won't bleed. But yeah, so she'll probably just get a wipe down and her head will come off and get a wash and condition and styling to look a little bit more like the original because she does still have a lot of good curl in there. So you can see her hair curling up really, really nicely over on the sides like it should be. And yeah, so that is Miss Chatty Cathy and her pretty, pretty self. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Prototype Chatty. Love her. All right, and then we have I believe this is the last doll I need. No, it's not. I lied. I still have one more I need to complete this collection. And for those who don't know, I love me some little cousin dolls. I remember when these dolls first came out back in 2002, 2001, 2002. Let me see here. Yep, 2002, Playmates. I remember seeing them in Walmart on the store shelves. And I think it was, I don't remember, but I think it was Bailey Beach Girl that terrified me the most. I don't know why. This is Bailey Beach Girl. But I think she was the one that scared me the most because her eyes are just like this, and then she's got that big gaping mouth. I'm like, oh, she's gonna give me nightmares and kill me in my sleep. That was back when I was still terrified of Chucky, believe it or not. But yeah, this is, sorry for the glare, this is Amanda Artist. And she is, oh, there it is. She is a city cousin. And she has her little outfit there, and right there on her outfit it says art is cool, and she has a scrapbook and a comb, and she has a little paint palette there, and a little I don't know if those are stickers, honestly, but there's a little thing back here right there. It says Amanda Artist with her picture on it. But yeah, she's got cute red hair, little braids. And I noticed that if you look closely without the glare, her eyes are very, see, this eye is pointed more downwards and that one's more upwards. So that usually happens when these dolls are stored in like a warmer environment, like maybe an attic. This hard plastic will heat up and get super soft and squishy. And that's not just, it's typical for these dolls, yes, but that's typical for literally all dolls in general. If you find a vintage doll and she has wonky eyes, that's probably why. I have fixed so many wonky eyes in my time as a doll restorer. It's stupid. But yeah. Ooh. Sorry. Anyway, so yes, these dolls are from 2002, And if anyone remembers, I still have these two here that I got, I want to say last year or the year before. And that is little Miss Brandy Blades and Miss Sydney Soccer. Super, super cute dolls. One thing these dolls are notorious for, especially if they have been opened, is oxidation of the eyes. And if you don't know what oxidation, if you don't know what I mean by that, let me see if I can dig one out here to show you guys. Oh, let's see. I know they're right on top here. Okay, here we go. So, I got a couple of them here. Ooh. So, these two girls here. This is Sarah's schoolgirl, and I'm drawing a blank on her name, but I think, oh, no, they're not. I thought their names were back there. But these two girls had really, really pretty, like, emerald green eyes. And you can kind of see the last little bit up on the edge of her eyes there. But yeah, these dolls both had really, really pretty emerald green eyes, and they had a lot of detail in there, as you can see. But this right here is what I mean by oxidation. It's a chemical breakdown in the different chemicals and stuff they use to make the eyes themselves. It's basically just a chemical breakdown, and the colors change, and the material, or not material, I'm not sure what it's called, the word I'm looking for. But basically, their eyes change color. If anyone has seen a Dan Berryman porcelain Shirley Temple doll, those girls are very notorious for oxidation with eyes, because Shirley Temple has really pretty brown eyes, and sometimes you'll find them with the really bright, eerie, haunting green eyes, or red eyes, or purple eyes. Yeah, that is all oxidation, just like these girls. And I'll show you this girl. This is Parker Popstar. Her eyes were a really pretty light blue color, and you can see they have changed to like a royal, like purplish color. But yeah, so that is what I mean by oxidation. And this girl, her eyes are actually starting. I don't know if you can tell. You know what, looks like the tape was already cut down on this. Oh, maybe not. Well, it was on these two sides, so, but that's all right, because I gotta fix her headband anyway. Oh, and looks like she was already opened, as her box is ripped on the inside. This doesn't want to come out. Okay, maybe I won't be. Maybe that's why she's still in the box. Jesus. I literally just want to show you off. Thank you. Alright. So. Oh my gosh. Even from 2002, she still has that brand new doll smell. It is so crazy. Alright, so if you can see there, she has really pretty blue eyes, and then on the centers, they are starting to change color. And hers are changing. This eye's got some green in it, but it's also got some purple over here, but some green down here in the center. And then this eye, it's definitely got more purple in it than green. So you can see how her eyes are starting to change. See that little bit of green over here on this side and then purple on the outside. But yeah, her eyes are not completely changed yet, but they are starting. And she has a little paintbrush and her little palettes and her scrapbook and her comb. So I think her paintbrush was probably sitting here in her hands. Oh no, her rubber bands. Well, that's actually pretty typical. There we go. The rubber bands in her hair are actually starting to deteriorate. Well, really not even starting. You can see them back there, they're falling apart. But yeah, the rubber band that was holding this brush to her hand also just deteriorated and fell apart. And that in itself makes me want to take her out just to replace those rubber bands. But right now, they are being held in place with the little ties, so I'm not worried about them coming out. But yeah, that is little Amanda Artist. And I need to do a little work to her bangs. But I love that this doll is like, what, 22 years old? I'm bad at math. But 22 years old. And she still smells like a brand new doll. So crazy. Oh man. All right, back in the box she goes. And the same thing goes for Sydney Soccer and Brandy Blades. Those two also both had the new doll scent. Still. Crazy. All right, next we have these two. And we all know I love me some Chucky. But this is the Bride of Chucky, Chucky and Tiffany Little People collector set. And this is the side. It's got Chucky and Tiffany Valentine. And then this is the other side. It's got his little Heart of Damballa on there with FP for Fisher Price. And then I love the back. Tiffany, will you be my bride? And she says, oh, Chucky. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I had her with the pink eyes, yes. Did I fix the one I gave you? Oh, Savannah? Oh, yeah. I haven't washed or conditioned her hair, but oh no, yeah, I did. I washed and conditioned her hair and then I styled it. I did have to trim it up a little bit because it was a bit choppy. But yeah, I did fix her up. And she is in this box here because I had tons of dolls on these new shelves my mom put up. My Chrissy dolls and my little cousins. And then I had my customs over here. But I took all of those down and they're in the box right here. And now I have just all my Christmas motionettes up on those shelves. But yes, I did fix her up. I couldn't fix her hair, and her hair was unsavable. I wouldn't say unsavable. It did need a little bit of work. But I did get it to look, in my opinion, pretty decent. So I think it was worth it. But yeah, so that is the Chucky and Tiffany Little People collector set. And I love the front of this box. Now, granted, I don't like little people. I don't like the look of them. I don't, like, it's just, they're not my thing. They're very child-oriented, so I've never really been a fan of them. But I heard today that there is actually quite a bit of adult collectors who collect the actual little people figures and sets. And this Chucky and Tiffany set, I didn't even know was a thing. If I knew it was a thing, I probably would have bought it sooner. But yeah. So, Chucky and Tiffany, love them. So cute. I love all the detail on like his overalls and his sweater. And little Tiffany there. Love them. Love, 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 love. But yeah, so that is those two. I'm glad she was saved. Yes, I'm glad you sent her to me. Because now the only one I have left to check off to complete this collection is her. And at this current moment in time, I can't remember her name. It had to have started with a C because she's a cheerleader. And all of these dolls, their names match the second part of their name. Like Sarah Schoolgirl, Brandy Blades, Cassidy Cowgirl. I think her name is Sarah Skier. And then Parker Popstar, Amanda Artist. I want to say her name was Savannah. I can't remember. Bailey Beach Girl, Bella Ballerina, Jenna Jammies, and then I can't remember her name. But I have all of these now, except for this girl. So she is the last one I need to complete my little cousin's collection, besides the variant versions of the dolls. But yeah. And then next up we have a Barbie that I had when I was a child, who I just loved the absolute crap out of. And then I don't remember whatever happened to her. I know I still have her outfit somewhere. But she was like my favorite doll. I took her in the pool. I took her in the bath. I did so much with her. But Little Miss Star Splash Barbie, she was definitely one of my favorite Barbies out of all the ones I had as a kid. And the cool thing about her is that you see all the stars on her outfit. With warm water, her suit would turn completely white, and then she comes with crayons and stencils, and you can use those to draw on her outfit and make your own design. And they're washable, so when you're in the bath or in the pool, you can just wash them right off. And then the little star floaty she comes with, you can put that on her, and she will float right there on the top of the water. And I thought she was just the coolest Barbie ever. Love, love, love. And again, with the deteriorating hairbands, as you can see with her her case right here and her star have come loose from the box, which are supposed to be back there. So this is a doll, and it's blocking it now. But her outfit, with it being that pleather material and her being in the box for so long, pleather usually after a few years starts to wear and disintegrate. So there is a couple spots on her outfit behind her case here that are starting to flake off and deteriorate. You can see a couple pieces here. There's one piece right there. And then there was a couple other pieces. But yeah, so her outfit is basically falling apart because of that pleather material. But I honestly just thought she was the coolest Barbie ever because her outfit would change in hot and cold water. And I would do that for hours. I would run her under the cold water and then run her under the hot water and then back and forth and back and forth. She was like my favorite Barbie ever. And she is so pretty. And she is from, I want to say 2002. No, I don't see a date. Oh, never mind. 2000. I was 2 years off. 2000 is the year she's from. But yeah, that is Star Splash Barbie. Bath time activity set. She floats when she wears her star skirt. Color change suit turns white. Now you can draw on it. Washable crayons and stencils for drawing fun. Oh, Barbies back then were so just... They came with so much stuff, and there was so much detail. I love them. I had so many Barbies back then. And most of them I got at CVS or like dollar stores. And it was like Hip to Be Square, Sit in Style, Star Splash. I think one was Flower Mania. She had this skirt with a bunch of little tiny plastic colorful flowers. Love them. But yeah, that is Star Splash Barbie. Love, love, love. And she will be staying in the box because I don't want her outfit to fall apart any more than it already has. But yeah, love her. How's Jill? Jill is sitting somewhere. Where did I put her? Oh, there she is. She's back there. She is doing good. I still have to finish putting her head back together and put her hair back up. But she is working. She is fully working. Her eyes move, her eyelids open and close, her head turns, her mouth moves, her arms go up and down. So she is a fully working condition doll. I just gotta put the back of her head back on and then put her hair up. Oh, that's another thing is I've been doing trades with someone for doll work. So I work on his dolls, and he sends me Jill stuff. So I've been getting Jill stuff, and he sent me a new arm because her one arm that has the broken fingers, he sent me a new, like from the elbow down, and I am like so excited. She's gonna have a new hand, so I can't wait to get back to work on her. So excited. I just want this freaking sciatica to go away already so I can do it. All right. So, oh no, Blythe is falling. No, Blythe, don't fall. You're too pretty. Damn it, she lost her bear again. Ouchie, 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 ouch. Okay, I'm just gonna put her over there so that she doesn't lose it again. All right. And last in the lot is a doll that I have had not had, but watching on eBay for like 5-6 years. And it's technically, I believe it's a Dolls of the World doll, but you guys all know how I love my musical June and Julie's, Jane and Jenny's, Tam and Tammy's, those musical dolls that rock their baby and open and close their eyes. Love them. They apparently made a Dolls of the World series without officially naming them Dolls of the World. This one is just called Wind Up Musical Jane and Jenny. But she looks like she has like I'm not sure, like a Spain type looking outfit on. And I've been watching her for 5 years, but I've never had the money to actually buy her. But her box, you can see it's got the little like birds on there, flamingos, and then all over there. And then here she is. Look at her face. Oh my God, that facial coloring. Oh, she is so pretty. Oh, here's the little hair bows for Blythe. Oh, this box is in deplorable shape, as you can see. It is also missing the front cellophane here, so she could easily just fall right forward. But yeah, this is her box. And I actually have these two outfits, the red and purple. I also have a green version. But yeah, it's just, it's crazy. But yeah, so let me get her out. Like I said, this box is in deplorable shape, but I don't have the heart to throw it out because I do not have this style box. So I have to keep it. All right. Put this back on here. All right. But yeah, so that's her box. All taped up, dented, ripped and worn. And then the doll itself, she is actually in very, very good shape. Her hair is dry rotting like a mother. So I wouldn't be surprised if in less than probably 2 years, all of this hair falls out. But yeah, that is the one issue with these dolls, especially the Jane and Jenny's. They are notorious for hair rot and losing their hair. But yeah, so here is her, and she has my absolute favorite style of eyes. She has these really pretty, most people call them creepy pinwheel style eyes. That is one thing I've discovered about these dolls, how you know it's a Jane and Jenny doll. June and Julie dolls don't have these style eyes. They have the normal looking blue eyes, and then the Jane and Jenny dolls have these spiral looking eyes, which I think are just so pretty, because most of the time with these Jane and Jenny's, look at this facial coloring. The facial coloring on the Jane and Jenny dolls is always flawless. Flawless. High color. Love it. And then you turn her around, and her hair is still got that nice, pretty little curl to it. But as you can see, if you can see the difference, this right here is what her hair should look like a really pretty, like, golden blonde. And then over here, it's all, like, green. All the way from here down is all green. And the hair does that when it is dry rotted. So if I tried to move and or brush this hair or mess with it in any way, shape, or form, it's gonna break right off in my hands. Her bangs are the same way. Her bangs are very green. And you can see the difference up here as well. It seems like it's just the center part that is all the normal. Oh, nope, there it goes right there. See, it just came right out. Just broke off. The center part of her hair looks very, very good, how her hair should look. And then you can kind of see where it starts going green, especially in the back. So like from here to about here is normal color, and then it goes green. From here to about here is normal color, and then it goes green. So if you get one of these dolls and you see the difference in color like that, don't mess with her hair because you will lose it. The detail on this outfit, though, is spectacular. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of lace. And then she's got this part over the front, and it is sewn at the shoulders, but it goes all the way around. And it is just so pretty. This material, it's not silk or satin, but it is very, very soft and very shiny. And she does work. She does play Bram's Lullaby. Oh, maybe not. I gotta open her up and oil her music box. There she goes. so you can see she does work. I think this doll was originally supposed to come with like a flower. I don't think these Dolls of the World dolls came with babies. I think they just came with like different kinds of flowers that they would hold. And I think it would be really cool if these Dolls of the World, the music box, played like a song from that part of the world that they are dressed up as. But yeah, she is just super, super, super pretty. Love her. And I cannot wait to add her to my others. Love, 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 love. And I honestly just, even though this hair is pretty much dry rotting, I love how shiny it is still. Like, there is so much shine still in this hair. I absolutely love it. And you can see the bangs here, or not the bangs, but the little side curls are still glued down to her face, which is turning her face yellow. Again, very common with these dolls. This side has come a bit loose, but it is still got that curl in there. But yeah, I'm so obsessed with the facial coloring on these dolls, these Jane and Jennies, because they always have such high coloring. Love it. But yeah, that is Miss Jane and Jenny. And that is the last doll I have to show off. So, I'll put her back in her box here. But yeah, so like I said earlier in this video, I have been dealing with sciatica, and I've gotten so many dolls in that amount of time recently, and I've been working on a few here and there, but not as much as I normally would. I actually just got a doll recently for the guy I do trades with. He gave me this doll. This would be number 4 in my collection. I just got this box yesterday. Ta-da! Betty Big Girl. And as you can see, like I said, I got this box yesterday, so I have not done absolutely anything with her. She is still very dirty. She needs a lot of work, a lot of love. He did send her in pieces, obviously, because she is a very big doll. And there was a few other dolls to put in that box for me to repair. I think there was 3 tiny Chatties and a couple Chatty Cathy heads. But yeah, and then Betty Big Girl, which he gifted to me. So she is Betty number 4 in my collection of Bettys. And honestly, I don't think I could ever have enough Bettys, because she is just, she is so adorable. This one eye is a little bit wonky. Oh, hey, it's working. Wow, look at you go. Yeah, yesterday this eye was not, it wouldn't open or close on its own at all, because I think it's something to do with the post inside there. But yeah, so I had to open and close it myself to, if I wanted it to open or close. But yeah, now it's like, oh, no, I think it just went, there it goes. Yep. But yeah, so that is Miss Betty Big Girl. Just a little sneak peek of the next few videos. Oh, but yeah, all right, so yeah, stay tuned for those. I know I haven't been on YouTube very much. However, I've been mostly on TikTok. So if you want to keep up with me and, you know, what dolls I'm working on or what I'm doing, I would say go give me a follow on TikTok, because that's what I've been doing mostly, is making videos for TikTok. I think I just put up 3 or 4 today, just about these dolls that I've shown off. The Chatty Cathy and the babies, and how these babies sound. But yeah, so just if you want to keep up with me, go onto TikTok and look up or search for Steven's Dolly Day Spa, and you will most definitely find me. And like I said, I did just put up a couple videos of these too, so those will probably be the most recent, so I would say keep a lookout for those. And yeah, get this tied back up here. And before anyone asks or says anything, I know I hide it very well, but I haven't taken anything for my pain since it is 8:30 right now, probably, no, 5 o'clock, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 4 hours. I'm probably due to take some more, but I am in a good deal of pain right now because sitting is not my forte. So, anyway, the AA Chatty, she's, I can show you the head. I'll show you the head. If I can stand. Ouchie. Okay. Whew, pain. Ouchie. All right. So, this here, I'll grab her and go back over here. Whew, buddy. Okay. So the head, I've got washed and conditioned, and a little smoothed out. I haven't done much other to it than that. But here's the head. She does have very nice, super shiny, full-length hair. No cuts. Her eyes open and close, as they should. She looks like she has very good lip color. A little bit of blush. Oh, a little bit of blush on both sides. You can't really see that in person. But yeah, you can see her eyes. The centers are starting to go a little green. But yeah, I haven't done anything like to shine up this hair or anything yet, or smooth it out, or, you know, my water bottle method. I haven't done any of that yet. You can see obviously it's the most smooth towards the part line in the back, and then it just gets a little more bumpy towards the front. But yeah, that is her head. I'm still working on her body. Her body is a mess. But depending on how I feel later tonight, I may or may not, haven't decided yet, do a late night live. Right now I'm feeling meh, painful. But maybe after I take some meds, I will maybe be up for it. I guess we shall see. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do that, and maybe get a few of these ready to be cleaned up. And yeah, so stay tuned later tonight. Like I said, may or may not be on. Don't hold your breath, because it's not a promise. It all depends on how I feel and how my back feels, how my leg feels, you know, all that. So keep an eye out. And if I do decide to go live, I will see you all there. And if not, I will see you when I see you. And yeah, Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you all had a very wonderful day and got what you wanted. And yeah, that's about it for this video. So with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Adios.